So what are we doing today, Tim?
We got a couple of items in the mailbag, you might say.
Okay.
Okay, this is a set of tie downs. We've got a set for the 1 series, the large 2R, and the 3 series, 3R series. We're gonna show you how to install these. These are the beefiest tie downs I've seen to date.
Yeah, they look good.
And what do you got?
So this is a flat face connection. We're going to be using this on Salty and the 3046R. This is an attempt to make hooking up and disconnecting the loader easier. That's kind of the idea. And this was the best solution that you and the partner who is
Hydrosplus.com
could come up with. A single point connector doesn't quite work there because of the space and the location.
And it's a lot more expensive.
True. This is a good in-between.
Let's get started. Dave, which one of these you want to start on?
I think let's start with the 1, we'll go to the 2, finish with the 3.
That's creative.
Now, we're going to lift this loader up. Is that a safe thing to do, Tim? Can we work underneath the loader?
How many times have you seen a hose break on a loader just sitting there?
Very rarely.
Have you seen it?
I don't think I've ever seen it, actually. We've never broke a loader here that I'm aware of. Is there a bucket on that loader, Tim?
There's no bucket.
Is there any weight on that loader?
Nope. Leave us a comment, you're gonna anyway, how dangerous this is.
Oh!
Dave, what happened?
You let the loader down.
I didn't.
Do what?
Can you not hear me?
No, I got headphones on.
Oh, okay. Well, let me lift that thing back up.
Yep.
Due to all the front stuff in here, Dave, we've got multiple choices to mount, and it's gonna be different depending on which equipment you have.
Yep.
We have the mid-mount mower, so we have a full bracket right in here. If you don't have the mid-mount mower, then this is where you really ought to put it. It's the same width, right?
Right.
You'd want to put it, you'd want to put it right in there.
Yep.
Behind this thing. But in our case, we don't have that choice, so we're going to have to put it on the outside. So we've left one side of the brush guard fully in place and just took out the bolts on this one side. It's really close to the loader, but that's the way everything is on the 1 series. Everything has to be really tight. There just isn't a lot of free space. That's what makes it a bit hard for these accessory manufacturers to be able to have good fitment, is there just isn't a lot of spare space here.
So, Tim, I've noticed in here that we don't have the front brush guards for this, the inserts, if you will. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, well, I sent it to my father-in-law, Bobby.
Ah, they're on the non-Johnny X 1025R.
Yeah. I was holding out at one point, gonna try to get a TTWT logoed 511 Designz.
Yeah? Didn't have enough clout to pull that off?
I guess I didn't have enough pull.
That's a shame.
Couldn't make it happen.
I wonder if that's an option people would actually be interested in having.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a big fan of the show, it might be kind of cool to have, hey, I got the TTWT version of my facial brush guard.
Yeah, hey, if you'd be interested in purchasing a special TTWT brush guard for the 1025R, let us know in the comments section. Excuse me, let 511 Designz know in the comments section below here that you'd be interested in that. Maybe we can get some either Johnny X or TTWT.
Something, yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. Like a Johnny, I couldn't do Johnny X and steel on there, but yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be unique. Make it limited edition. So for the viewers out there, this gun is specifically calibrated to 70 foot-pounds, which is what the instructions tell us to torque it to. Milwaukee's got this fancy Bluetooth thing we can do where you can set the torque rating on the impact.
That's a different form of a daily doubtable with Dave. For the 2038R, 2032R, this is made a little bit differently. It's got 4 holes. It's going to mount right here. These installs are trivial. And really, having a good place to hook on the front of these tractors, it seems something obvious, but we haven't had it.
Yeah, a little more shake while I'm pushing on it. Yep. Ta-da!
No washers on the back.
Right.
Our back bolts are hardly long enough because we've got the extra layer of the mid-mount mower bracket in there. I got your favorite tool, Dave.
Tell you what, I'm not going to take my favorite tool. I'm going to take the second favorite tool. Let's see if I can get her to...
I'm not going to wiggle for a second. Oh, it looks like I need to go up.
Yeah, it's almost through.
Up. So you're going to take your not favorite tool, but use it as your favorite tool.
Yeah, big fan of what's called percussion maintenance.
Yeah, we saw that on the last one.
Enough. Back one.
Notice we're using a swivel socket. Actually, a swivel in front of the socket.
A very fancy one, I might add. This is not your normal swivel socket. This is a ball joint swivel socket. When using an impact, this is the only kind of swivel you want to use. The other one has a tendency to come apart and chuck the sockets, and it can chuck it hard enough to really do some damage. This
is one Master Force Menards tool that you like, these impact sockets.
They come in a very nice carrying case. You've got one for the shop, one for the truck. Like, these things they're always there when we need them. They got a good spot. They're put up nicely. I have yet to bust one.
I haven't busted one either, and they're working well.
Comes with nice extensions. It's a very, very, very nice set.
Dave, why are you wearing that helmet?
Well, I'm still about the same as danger of the loader following me as I was before, aren't I?
Honestly, pretty much the same.
Yep.
Dave, that one looks remarkably similar to the 2R series.
It is very similar. The bolt spacing is just a little bit different. I suspect somebody was slightly irritated when designing these, and well, why couldn't they just make it the same, you know? I mean, we're talking about like just the width of a drill bit off, you know?
Yeah, it really does seem. Now, how are these going to mount? I mean, we don't really have room on the outside here because it's not flat at all.
So there's two ways to mount these. You can either mount them on the outside of the frame or the inside of the frame, but again, we have the mower mount, which is this big piece here, which means that we are not going to be able to mount them on the inside. We're going to have to mount them on the outside of the frame.
Oh, okay, but we can't on the outside, right?
The outside of the frame, not the outside of the brush guard.
Oh.
So,
look, there's spacers in there.
Yep. Nice big hockey pucks.
Yeah, right in there.
It's the identical width. So we'll just slide this thing up in there and have some nice tie down points and delete the spacers. So let me put that top bolt on so we'll hold the thing together. All right.
Most of you won't have this mower bracket.
How much mowing have you done with the 3 Series with the belly mower?
I hate to admit it, Dave, but I've done 0 mowing with this tractor and the belly mower.
That's kind of interesting. I realize you've got a large yard, but I thought these did make nice mowers, don't they?
Well, I think it's a fine mower, actually, and that's why I got the mower deck for it. But my issue is I already had the 2R with the deck at the time.
Right.
And then that same year, I got the Woods 12-footer.
Ah, yeah.
And I think it was along about the same time we got the Ventrac 95-inch mower.
Right. And so you've got too many mowers to use this one. What's the width on this one? 70?
72.
72?
Yeah.
It's the same size as my mom's mower.
It'd be cool if you could get like an 84 or this guy's got enough horsepower. We could get like a 96 or something with those fold-up wings.
Right.
Now we're talking.
What could you mow at with this at 70 with the 72-inch? Could you mow in C range even, or would you still want to just mow in B?
I suspect the deck itself is not up for
the speed,
the cutting quality that you would need in a C range. But
right.
yeah, I'm sure you could go in
because
B range.
if you could cut this in C, this would be your fastest mower, I would think.
Well, the turning radius on this machine is really nice for its size. So we probably ought to get the mower out and try it, because it would be better than the 2038R because of the turning radius.
Right.
And I always liked mowing with the 2038R because it rode so nicely.
Yeah, I think this rides better than a Ventrac does.
Yeah, this will ride nicer than the 2038R with the air seat and everything.
Yep.
Maybe we ought to try it.
I think we should try it.
You're talking me into it.
Yep.
Dave.
It'll be all right. It'll buff.
He doesn't care about my equipment. Looks good, looks good. I really like the looks of these. This same exact model fits on the 4 Series tractor, the 3R, the 4M, the 4R. The only thing we haven't been able to demonstrate here is the 3E tractor. I'm not sure what it looks like, but I am sure that 511designs.com has exactly the one. And that's one of the best things about them, is that they're custom designed for each model. 511designs.com. Thanks, Dave. Let's move on to the hydraulic couplers.
Sounds good.
So now we're going to replace these ISO 5675 couplers with these. And these are special made to allow the same snap rings so that they can be bulkhead mounted, right, Dave?
Yep. That's the idea.
It's supposed to stick right in place. One of the cool features is they have this little stripe so you know which color is which. These are from Hydrosplus.com. You can use code TTWT there for 5% off. And these, if you need to get these, sometimes these leak, you can get these much, much less expensively at boltonhooks.com. And they are exactly the same Deere part, made by the same company, made by Faster. So if you want to get that replacement part for the 3R, 4R tractors, 3R or any 4 Series tractor, you can get those at boltonhooks.com. Again, you can use code TTWT for 5% off.
They've got these rubbers on there. What I'm trying to do to keep an idea of what color was there originally is I'm pulling the rubbers back over the fitting on the end here to leave them marked so that we don't lose them.
Perfect.
And also getting it out of our way. And then there's a snap ring in there, which hopefully you can see, and you've got to open that up to allow this, when you go to turn this off there, you don't want that snap ring on there, otherwise you put this whole thing in a bind. And so you want to get the snap ring loose, thread it out, and then pull the fitting out, the coupler, and the snap ring will fall off.
So there's 2 snap rings on here, one on the front and one on the back. We don't worry about the one on the front at this point. We've got to get the one on the back off. And of course, you know how much fun snap rings are. Dave's made it look trivial.
Well, with our Nipex pliers, it kind of is trivial.
I wish we were sponsored by Nipex.
I got shirts and everything, and I carry them every day. We really should be sponsored.
Okay, now this is a pretty hard part and kind of a critical part. We have got to break that loose, which the other 2 have proven to be quite tight. And if we would happen to tear up this line, the black part, I know those are like $140 each.
I'm almost thinking We might just want to take, there's a couple of line couplers on the bottom. Not couplers, but holders. I think we might want to take those loose to get more flex on them so we can kind of push those down and get the wrench in there. Otherwise, we're going to risk damaging those threads.
You think?
I wouldn't recommend this technique on a coupler you're going to reuse, but I'm assuming we're going to, well, at least keep these for a rainy day, not a good day.
Can you believe Dave's just destroying my couplers?
I didn't destroy it, I just possibly wore it out.
If I need it, I can get a new one at boltonhooks.com.
Yep. Well, and honestly, anything besides what we're putting on here is going to be a downgrade, right?
Supposed to be. Everyone brags on these flat face couplers.
So,
I'm not necessarily convinced, but we'll see how it goes.
So I've not broke anything important.
It's a good day.
Looky there. Greedy. There.
Got the other side of the fittings put on the loader. And since I share this loader between Old Salty and the Johnny 3, the 3046R, then it's kind of mandatory that I switch Old Salty at the same time. So Dave's been working on that. Let's go check out how he's doing. How are you getting along, Dave?
Well, mostly done. I think we're done for today.
Yeah. I see you've got 2 of them there we didn't get.
Nope. Those are pipe fitting, and we don't want to make hoses today. It's good enough to get the loader on it, so just no third function.
Yep. So this one went on easier?
Considerably easier. The other one we had to modify the bracket quite a bit. I think we'll show some pictures of that. But this one was already pre-mangled, and so she went all together real nicely.
Yeah, if you go back in time, I think, Dave, you helped me work on part of that fix, right?
We straightened it, and I believe, I don't know if we replaced all of those or some of those, but I'm the one to put those fittings on.
Yeah. So. When I was down in the brush, I wrapped the hose all the way around the back tire and mangled it. I think that's a very good way of saying it. And this is as good as we got it fixed here. And I think it actually looks exaggerated now with those flat face couplers. I don't think we noticed it quite as much with the ISO couplers.
It looked a little bit better. These are bigger and longer.
That's one thing we really noticed. They really are bigger.
Yes, they are considerably bigger. This all happened at that tree thing at your family farm, right?
That's right. Just too much brush and under that tractor, it just we got a hold of something and ended up wrapping it around the axle, as they would say. Yeah, and in this case, it really was. So these products, both code TTWT, Dave, and Hydrosplus.com for the hydraulic couplers, 511designs.com for the tie downs, as well as these. I actually love the look of the side panel on here.
It looks good.
It's not cheap, but I really like the look of this.
And so far it's kept the brush off of it, so she's working.
Yeah, it's working.
We haven't torn up any of your fancy headlights yet. So
again, because I shouldn't say I tore those up before.
It has been broke before.
Now I just need to get this same stuff for the Rebel.
Yeah, that'd look good.
And
can we get it in red though?
Yeah, we'll have to get it in red.
Yeah, green would look awful on there. Christmassy.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure.